And we're back. Had to search, had to look. And I apologize for taking all day, but I found it. And it's in his own words. Let's listen to Hassan's own words.
I was being molested from Bambata at the age of 12 years old. You knew this, Flip. You let him sit up there and say it was from 15 or...
Don't say what you say.
What you got in you? Say what you say. Do what you do.
How long Bam been... How many years Bam has been molesting you? How many years?
Honestly,
what age? Or you
honestly, I don't really remember, but I know it was like... It maybe, you know, my probably maybe 15 years old somewhere, like around there. Probably around... Honestly, it had to be around there when I started going, you know, berserk.
When it was going on, when he did all that shit.
Again, like I said, I'd be back. Hassan, you claimed that... I'm going to give you the audio. The audio.
Well, a lot of y'all cats was being preserved. Because I'll tell you right now, see, the penitentiary, prison kept a lot of dudes alive, kept them safe.
You never been there.
While a lot of y'all cats was tucked away safe in your cells, being monsters, I had to survive in the streets in the 90s, the 80s and the 90s. And when dudes be sitting up there talking about, I'm outside. See, in my early days, when I had to survive the 80s and the late 80s and 90s in those streets.
You was 12, 13, 14, 15.
Everybody goes
in the late 80s.
So when dudes be like, I'm out, everybody.
You was 12 years old.
But when I was outside.
You was 12 years old. And this is what was really going on in the late 80s, in the 90s. You wasn't killing nothing. You wasn't robbing nothing. You wasn't toting that thing. You was touching Bam. You was letting Bam touch on you. And here it goes. Hassan killing himself in his own words.
I was being molested from Bambata at the age of 12 years old. You knew this, Flip. You let him sit up there and say it was from 15 or...
Don't say what you say.
What you got in you? Say what you say. Do what you do.
How long Bam been... How many years Bam has been molesting you? How many years?
Honestly,
what age? Or you
honestly, I don't really remember, but I know it was like...
He was 12 years old in 1989.
15 years old somewhere, like around there.
This man was 12 years old in 89. 12 years old in 1989. Okay? If you're 44 now, means you was born in 77. You was 12 years old in 89. So you was not surviving the streets. This is what you were surviving. In your own words, everybody.
I was being molested from Bambata at the age of 12 years old. You knew this, Flip. You let him sit up there and say it was from 15 or...
Don't say what you
See? No, this is how you know the dude is lying. Because he got mad at Flip because somebody came on Queen's Flip and said Hassan was full of shit. And then to make his time frame fit his lie, he needed to say he wasn't 15, he was younger. Because the dates wasn't adding up. See what I'm saying? The dates wasn't adding up. So he said he was 15. When they confronted him with the timeline, he tried to say he didn't say he was 15. He said he was 12. But in the video I showed you, he said in the late 80s, I was surviving the streets while jail was preserving you cats. I was out here putting in that work, doing what I had to do, coming up under BO. Come to find out, he couldn't even get that right. He said it happened when he was 15 for 3 years to when he was 18. When somebody came on Queen's Flip's platform, he got mad at Queen's Flip because he said, you let the man sit up there and say, I said I was 15. I said I was 12. Hear it in his own words.
I was being molested from Bambaataa at the age of 12 years old. You knew this, Flip. You let him sit up there and say it was from 15 on.
Don't say what you say.
You got it. Say what you say. Do what you do.
How long Bam? How many years Bam has been molesting you? How many years?
Honestly,
what age? Or you
honestly, I don't really remember, but I know it was like it maybe my probably maybe 15 years old somewhere like around there. Probably around. Honestly, it had to be around there when I started going berserk.
When it was going on, when he did all that shit.
See, in that video, Flip edited that video, took that piece out.
Like touching you and doing all that weird shit.
It's like, man, you can't.
Flip took that out. That's why I couldn't find it, y'all. He probably did Hassan a solid and took that out. All right, now. What's really going on?
Bam, how many times it happened? Like touching you and doing all that weird shit.
It's like, man, you can't.
What's going on, YouTube?
Between you and Bam, how many times it happened? Like touching you and doing all that weird shit.
It's like, man, you can't.
Wonder why is that happening? My internet's up and pumping. Uh-oh. Someone must be crying, y'all. Let's take it from here, from the top. Again, from the top.
I was being molested from Bambaataa at the age of 12 years old. You knew this, Flip. You let him sit up there and say it was from 15 on.
Don't say what you say.
You got it. Say what you say. Do what you do.
How long Bam? How many years Bam has been molesting you? How many years?
Honestly,
what age? Or you
honestly, I don't really remember, but I know it was like it maybe my probably maybe 15 years old somewhere like around there. Probably around. Honestly, it had to be around there when I started going berserk.
When it was going on, when he did all that shit. Between you and Bam, how many times it happened? Like touching you and doing all that weird shit.
It's like, man, you can't.
Wonder what's up with all that, man. Y'all see it. Somebody else caught him in his lies.
How many times it happened? Like touching you and doing all that weird shit.
It's like, man, you can't.
That's odd and peculiar. That's very odd and peculiar. Let me go to the comment section. He knew it was wrong. It was an accident if he did. Ain't no way, you know what I mean? A molested gangster. Come on, man. He wants us to buy. He's selling a narrative, man. He wants to be a killer, a drug dealer, a murderous gangster who changed and knows everything. And that's not who he is. He's nothing but a sad, pitiful, pathetic, hurt little boy inside, man. And this is what it boils down to, man. He was at an age where he had hormones and shit running through his body. He was going through puberty. And he wasn't getting no action from girls. So he was getting sexual attention from a man. And he busted his first orgasm, liked it, and was doing it. And he was going over there doing it. He knew it was wrong. He knew it was stinking over there. But being that Bam had a whole bunch of shit going on, he didn't think it was too wrong because everybody else is doing it. If you notice, he always says that. He got everybody. He got the whole projects. He had the book. He had this one. This one was the biggest. This one was the smallest. This one's name was in there. Oh, they was a get busy dude. They was doing it. He was a killer. He was doing it. He's telling you. That's why he did it. That's why he did it. He wanted to hang around a famous dude, and Bam was doing it to everybody, so he did it too. He was being molested because he was a minor, but he was not being raped. See, there's the difference between molestation and rape. Rape, the sexual assault, is having sex with someone against their will. Molesting is just touching a minor. You know what I mean? Whether they're willing or not willing, he was a minor. So if being that he was willing, Bam still don't get no pass. No matter what, through all this, Bam is the fuck boy for it. Hassan's just a fuck boy because he never went after Bam. He never got the media in to scrutinize Bam and to have him labeled for what he truly was. He let Bam get away with it. His reasoning for letting Bam get away with it, he'll have to give. He said he was like a father. He was like my father. If that's his reasoning, then we have to accept that. But at the end of the day, he was not raped because he said it went on for 3 years. So he didn't mind. And to say he liked it, I ain't gonna go that far. But he damn sure didn't hate it because he let it go on. He was over there. He the one said he knocked on Bam's door. So at the end of the day, Hassan Campbell, this is your legacy. This is what you're going to be known for. You can sit up and bash all. That's probably why he bashes the rappers. Because he feels some type of way about Bam being a rapper and Hassan let him have his way with him and he got nothing out the deal. But Hassan, you got your voice. You got your YouTube platform. You are a victim. You are a statistic. And because it was Bambaataa that touched you, a celebrity, you became known because of that. And you've parlayed that into a check. So for that, I salute you. You turned a negative into a positive. But what I won't salute is how you conduct yourself now with that platform. All you do is attack, disparage, and preach hate and lie to the people. You're not doing nothing for the community. You're not doing nothing for victims of sexual assault. You're not doing nothing for people that were molested. All you doing is going out and buying and leasing cars and calling them Pepsi and putting down payments on Can-Ams and wearing that crackerjack jewelry, wearing that tin, got that iron ore around your neck. I heard of pumping iron, but goddamn, man. You wearing that nickel around your neck, on your wrist. If it's real and you want to prove to everybody, put it in water. Put your wrist in water. Gotta shut everybody up and leave that shit on there. That shit ain't real. That's that silver, man. The water ain't gonna do nothing to the silver. But that gold, that copper you wearing around your neck, your old copperhead. That's why you wearing that Arizona Diamondbacks hat. Is you's a copperhead. Man, Hassan is a buffoon. He got buffoonic plague. He ain't giving back to the community, and he never will. And he have to live with the fact that this nasty, fat, black, greasy motherfucker named Bam rocked his snot box with his pelvic bone. Now, if y'all look closely, Hassan's nose, it doesn't seem to be as flat right there. Bam probably rocked the snot box that night. But if you look close, you'll see his snot box is flat. And I bet you, if Bam took his pants down, there'd be an imprint from Hassan's nose on his skin in his pubic area, from his pubic bone. Damn. Did he make your nose bleed? That should be the new term for when you talk about somebody giving somebody fellatio. Yeah, he made his nose bleed. He rocked a snot box. Yeah. Hassan, man. I don't know how you sleep at night. But it's your boy Melee all day. I got nothing but love for my peoples. Until we meet again, stay safe. Adios, amigos.